In March of 1922, in a remote rural area of Germany, a small farm known as Hinterkaifeck became the center of one of the most disturbing unsolved crimes in history.
The farm was isolated, located nearly half a mile from the nearest village. It was home to 6 people: Andreas Gruber, his wife Cecilia, their widowed daughter Victoria, her 2 children, and a new maid who had just started working there.
Days before the murders, Andreas told neighbors about something strange. He had found footprints in the snow. They led from the forest toward the house.
But there were no footprints leading back. At first, he thought it might be a prank. But then things got worse. He began hearing footsteps in the attic. Late at night. Slow, deliberate movements above his head. When he checked, no one was there.
He also found a newspaper inside the house that no one recognized. It didn't belong to the family.
Then one of the keys to the house went missing. Despite all this, Andreas refused to leave.
On the evening of March 31st, something terrible happened. One by one, members of the family were lured into the barn. It's believed the killer called them out individually. Inside the barn, they were murdered, brutally, using a farming tool.
The maid, who had only been there for a few hours, was also killed.
And the youngest child, a 2-year-old boy, was found later in his bed. He had been alive for some time after the attack. Evidence showed he had tried to comfort himself before dying.
But what makes this case truly terrifying is what happened next. The killer didn't leave. For several days after the murders, someone continued living on the farm. Neighbors noticed smoke coming from the chimney. The animals were fed. Fresh bread had been eaten.
Whoever committed the crime stayed there among the bodies.
When people finally became suspicious, they went to check the farm. What they found shocked everyone.
All 6 members of the family were dead. The house was quiet, but it didn't feel abandoned. It felt occupied.
Investigators searched the entire property. They found signs that someone had been watching the family before the murders. Marks in the snow, tracks near the house.
But no clear identity. No weapon was ever definitively linked. No suspect was ever charged. Years later, one detail still disturbed investigators. Someone had been in the house, listening, watching, waiting. And when the time came, they acted. To this day, the Hinterkaifeck murders remain unsolved. No one knows who did it, or why. But the most chilling question remains. If the killer stayed in the house for days after the murders, who were they hiding from? Or worse, who were they waiting for next?